Hey guys, welcome back to Shifty Speed Shop and our engine build episode. I'm sure a few of you astute viewers will notice that in the last episode I had a 75 350 that we were going to start on and we were going to use for the car, and clearly this fuel injected engine in front of me is not that. Things happen. It's just kind of how this goes with building cars, and especially when you're using secondhand parts. But stay tuned for the rest of the episode and you'll find out exactly what happened on that.
And I noticed that 90% of you aren't subscribing, so please subscribe.
And that'll help keep you in our feed, and that'll get you first notifications for when we are publishing videos. So I'd appreciate it if you guys just hit the subscribe button below. Thanks, guys. All right, so here's some power washing video. We're going to try to get the old tree fitty cleaned up a little bit. So enjoy the time lapse. All right, so here was one round of power washing, and that's just cold water. There was no degreaser. I was just going to blow off the biggest chunks of grease and get down a ways. I'll give it a coat of, I don't know, purple power, simple green, whatever I have over here. And we'll try to scrub off some more of the big grease curmudgeons. I mainly want to just get everything that was loose on the engine off, all the big grease, but you can see there's still some crusty stuff left, but I don't know, it is what it is. This won't be 100% perfect, but it'll be pretty dang good. The oil pan looks like, I don't know if this was a storage issue or if you can see that, but it looks like somebody did a little Dukes of Hazzard action. So when I have it off to throw in new seals and such, I'll go ahead and pull that oil pan off and straighten the bottom out. It's pushed in probably over 1/2 inch, and I'm kind of concerned that it's touching the oil pump pickup. But we're gonna have the pan off. So welcome back to Justin riding the struggle bus today. As I started cleaning, there was a bunch of silicone or something smeared on here. I don't know if you can quite see you can almost see the outline of it there. Any of you guys that have been around for a minute probably know exactly what we're looking at here. So this block apparently at some point was left with water in it, and it's frozen and broke, and whatever this is that they tried to patch it up with, I scrubbed off and power washed off. So I know this is a budget build, and I know I wasn't expecting a lot from this engine, but I am completely unwilling to put it back in the car with a brake in it. I know it was running, but I don't want something that's going to hemorrhage and leave me on the side of the road. And I've got some other options. So we'll go take a look at what plan B is. And actually there's plan C out there also. But let's go take a look at what we got going on. So I guess we don't have to worry about painting this block or anything, and I think if we've got some special plans for it, we'll show you how we're going to recycle it, because honestly we've got smog heads, cast crank, cast rods. Really the thing that holds any value on this is the block. So stay tuned through the episode for recycling of this engine. You may like it a little bit, some of you may get upset, I don't know, but we're gonna go there. All right, so here is plan B and plan C, I guess, whatever you want to call them. So I think we're gonna go with this one. That one back there is a 95 TBI, and if I'm gonna go to the effort of pulling a motor out, this one is a 97 with the Vortec. They're a 250 horsepower motor, pretty decent motor. We're not going to run any of that craziness with it. I'll get a Vortec to 4-barrel carb intake, and I guess that's what we're going to use. So I guess the next episode is pulling a Vortec motor out, and we'll see what we have here. This did run and drive coming out here. It's been scavenged for parts for another pickup that I use as a daily driver. Somebody pulled the computer and the connector, so it's cut. Rabbits and mice have been a major issue in here. I see there's some evidence of them. So the wiring harness is garbage. For anybody that wants to do a fuel injection swap later, it's been sitting here for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, so the injectors are probably crusty. We're just going to pull the motor out and clean it up, throw a 4-barrel on it, and I guess now we're going to run a Vortec. The good thing is this is roller cam, one-piece rear main. They're a better motor, so, and it's here. So I guess with the whole budget build aspect, I introduce you to the next option. Welcome to the struggle. All right, guys. Hey, welcome back. So you've probably figured out by now where we're going with this thing. So I dressed out the motor. I threw the distributor in, gave it a little tweak until it kind of seemed to run all right. About 30 seconds or a minute of running, we already had blow-by coming out the valve covers that looked like a locomotive. We figured out the crankshaft's got about 1/8 of an inch end play in it, and no water. I throw a little bit of 2-stroke in the gas just to try to get you a few more minutes of run time. So what I want you guys to do, once you're done hitting the old subscribe button, go down below in the comments and put your best guess in for how long you think this thing is going to run. Don't cheat. Don't fast forward. Let's see. And do you think, is it going to seize up, or is it going to kick a rod out of the side? So we are full RPM, governed only by valve float right now. So we've got severely junk 350 ready to go. Let's take a look at the live action and see what this thing does. Alright guys, so welcome to the struggle bus. So that was anticlimactic as all could be. I don't know who guessed. It looked like to me, I went back and I reviewed the footage real quick, and I don't know. Well, I'll put in at the end what I actually think the time, or what the time really was. I don't know if I should go from start or full throttle, but it was less than a minute. This poor old thing, and it does have, like I said, there is some oil in it. There was not a lot of life left in it, so I'm pretty dang happy at this point that I didn't put the effort in of painting this thing and dropping it into the car, because what a waste of time that would have been. So I tell you what, we're going to say that it was kind of a blessing in disguise that I saw the crack, and we decided to have a little bit of redneck science here, because this motor was not long for this world. And it was a spun bearing is where we ended up at. So again, I'll put the time down here somewhere, and we're somewhere around, I'm going to guess, a minute-ish, but like I said, I'll put it down below. And we were in a spun bearing. Pretty anticlimactic. It was a couple hours worth of work to get it thrown on the stand and get everything dressed out for you guys. And yeah, I got 60 seconds out of it. Go team.